The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Two residents from Cagayan are reported dead following Tropical Depression Obet's impact on northern Luzon. The Cagayan Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office reported that a fisherman and his wife from the town of Abulug went fishing yesterday despite a gale warning issued by Pag-asa. Their bodies were washed ashore in two different barangays. Tropical Depression Obet has since left the Philippine area responsibility after making a very close pass in Batanes. Autopsy findings from the NBI found no foul play in the death of June Globa Villamor, an alleged middleman in the Lapid Slay case. But forensic experts Dr. Raquel Fortun said the autopsy had lapses. Chasey Cosico with the details.
Negative for COVID-19 and with no apparent signs of external physical injury. These were the initial findings of the autopsy conducted by the National Bureau of Investigation on the body of June Globa Villamor. He is one of the alleged middlemen in the killing of radio broadcaster Percy Lapid. In a memo, NBI Medical Legal Officer Marivic Villarin Floro, the leader of Task Force Villamor, said there was no gunshot wounds. The paraffin test, which could indicate if he had fired a gun, also yielded negative results. Instead, Villamor was found to have suffered from a heart hemorrhage. On the possibility of ruling out foul play, Justice Chief Boying Remulla emphasized that the doctor must be consulted first. Meanwhile, the family of the slain broadcaster is not convinced with the results.
If it shows that there is no injury, that is just any foul play, yes, we do believe that there was foul play.
Their camp will request forensic pathologist Raquel Fortun to conduct an independent autopsy. In an interview with One News The Chiefs, Fortun said she is willing to do so if there is consent.
All we need actually is a consent. But I see that as a problem. Like the Mabasa family, they're not supposed to be the ones granting the consent for an autopsy. Not their relative. So maybe there's an authority out there who would request for it. We sometimes do that, for instance, court yun.
She also underscored the importance of preserving a body before undergoing autopsy.
Just ask NBI, what kind of autopsy were they able to do? Was it still a fresh body? So was that body refrigerated and preserved such that when you do an autopsy, you can still collect samples for toxicology? I wonder.
In a tweet, Fortun questioned why there is no indicated date of the autopsy. She also mentioned the conduct of paraffin testing and presence of ballisticians, even without external injuries or history of shooting. Authorities have yet to respond to her statements. Last October 18, Villamor was rushed to the Nuba Libid Hospital supposedly due to loss of consciousness. He died within the day, in time for the presentation of self-confessed gunman Joel Escorial to the media. President Bongbong Marcos has earlier suspended Corrections Bureau Chief Gerald Bantag following Villamor's death. For News 5, JC Cosico, we are One News.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Ormoc City celebrated its Diamond Jubilee with performances from A-list Pinoy artists. Laila Pangilinan has the story.
Ormoc City shined its brightest as they celebrated their month-long Diamond Jubilee year. Ormoc City LGU made sure that top-caliber celebrities billed the nightly performances for the Ormocanons in the 75th Charter Day of the city. World-renowned Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra played at the Ormoc City Superdome. But aside from their usual classical music, the crowd enjoyed the 80-piece orchestra's rendition of OPM hits.
We aim to always bring the best to Ormoc. Ayokong maisip nila na everything that's in Manila is just so far away. So we try to, they can't all go there, but we can bring our artists.
Kala na puro classical music. So, nung pinasukan nila ng Best of Metropop, FPJ Medley, Hagibis, people were happy. People were dancing.
Basketball fans were also happy to see famous PBA cagers and celebrities in an exhibition game. The Miss Ormoc 2022 proved to be exciting as candidates number 11 and 18 battled neck and neck. Ex-beauty queen and actress Rufa Gutierrez hosted the pageant, while her mother Annabel Rama was among the judges. Lizelle Jones was then crowned Miss Ormoc and will be the city's representative for the Miss World Philippines 2023. Meanwhile, at the Ormoc City Plaza, more than 50,000 people were left in awe by Regine Velasquez's opening number at the Shine concert with Ogie Alcacid. Velasquez belted one of her hit songs, Narito Ako, at the rooftop of the Ormoc City Museum. A few Ormocanons even got to share the stage with the couple in singing OPM hits. The songbird also serenaded the crowd by singing the Visayan love song Usahay. To close the event, the Alcacid couple performed an Eraserheads medley as fireworks lit up the Ormocanon sky. For News 5, Laila Pangilinan, we are One News.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. The Commission on Elections has suspended all election-related activities following the postponement of the Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan polls. The COMELEC says it will not be able to hold the local elections this year, even if the Supreme Court grants a restraining order against the election postponement. Only a third of eligible public utility vehicles have secured fare matrices weeks after the government approved a series of fare hikes. The LTFRB has since waived penalties for transport operators who have not registered their vehicles with the agency. They are also considering removing the 520 peso filing fee so that more operators can get the fare matrix. And China's Communist Party wraps up its twice-a-decade Congress, with President Xi Jinping set for his third five-year term. Xi abolished the two-year term cap in 2018, allowing any leader to rule without term limits. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 1:30 in the afternoon as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.